Good habits build your life. Bad habits destroy your life. So in today's video, I'm going to share with you how important habits are for your life. How can we build good habits and how can we remove bad habits? So no further ado, let's check it out. I believe you know why habits are so important. Because in our life, there's a success formula, which is actions generate the result, and the result will bring you the rewards, and the rewards will reinforce your actions. There's a good news and there's a bad news. Which one you want to hear first? Bad news, okay. The bad news is that whatever I'm sharing with you today has nothing to do with you. Why do I say so? I used to tell my students many times, information won't bring you the transformation you want.
Information won't bring you the transformation you want.
Information won't bring you the transformation you want.
But the good news is that if you can apply what I'm telling you, what I'm sharing with you today, and put into actions, put into applications, then you can build the good habits you want in order to get the life you want. And also you can remove the bad habits you don't want and start to renew your new life starting from today. So we will prevent we fall onto the myth of personal development, which I mentioned with you earlier. You can check the video from the cards, and also I'll put the link below. You can watch it later after you finish this video. So what is habit? Habits are the behavior pattern that you have done it so many times, then you can do it without thinking. Do you remember which foot you stepped on the floor early in the morning when you woke up? To brush your teeth without thinking and then walk to the kitchen, make the coffee without thinking. That's what habits really are. So if the habit is happening, you can do things without thinking. Like, I remember when I learned how to drive, I have to remember I have to turn to the certain angles and remember there's a small dot as the mark on certain places in the car. That's how I learned how to drive. But through experiences, I don't need to look at the certain mark and then remember what's the angles I need to turn on my handle, so I don't need to think. So later on, I can enjoy the coffee and driving in the same time and shift the radio station in the same time. That's the evidence that habit is happening in our subconscious mind, which we don't need to think, because after you have done it so many times, so it becomes your behavior patterns. So here comes the habit loop. If we want to build the good habits or we want to remove the bad habits, then there's a formula we need to pay attention, which is the habit loop. We have to find out what is the cue and what is your routine and what is your reward. And these three makes the habit loop. If we want to remove the bad habits, then we must have the self-awareness to know what happened in our bad habit loop. Whether we want to build the good habits or we want to remove the bad habits, we must have the clear understanding about this habit loop, which is the cue, the routine, and the reward. What we want to build about the good habits is we want to build a routine, which we want to build a good habit pattern, and the bad habits we want to remove. We have to replace the bad habit pattern with the good habits pattern. So here is the key. Unless we have the self-awareness, then it's hard to remove or to build the good habits we want. So if you want to know more about how to build your self-awareness skills, You can leave comments below or email me. I'll send you more of the information about the self-awareness webinar. And there are two types of habit building process. One is the outcome-based habits. The other is the identity-based habits. And the outcome-based habits is from outside in. It's from the outcome, process, and change your identity. But the identity-based habits is from inside out. It's knowing your identity, and through the process, and the outcome will be shift throughout the times. So leave the comments below telling me which type are you. Are you the outcome-based habits, or you are the identity-based habits? If you want to learn more about the habits building, you can also leave the comments below. I'll send you the information about the next 30-day habit building training. So that's what I'm going to share with you today. And if you want to learn more about the habit building, there are two books I recommend. And one is Atomic Habits, and the other is The Power of Habits. I recommend you to read these two books, and you'll learn more about how to build the habits you want in order to get the kind of life you want. So this is Coach V. If you like this video, don't forget to give me a thumb up and subscribe to my channel and turn on the bell button. And I'm looking forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye for now.